Good morning and happy Saturday. It is Saturday, it's May 2nd. It is, I think it's like 8:42 a.m. And this is Saturday Morning Coffee with Ken. I apologize to those that are watching and tune in at my regular time. I like to start this show usually about 7:30 in the morning on Saturday. But I was blessed and able to sleep in this morning, so I thought I would. Anyway, it's Saturday Morning Coffee with Ken. I've been doing this show since about, last July. We're coming up on a year. How time flies. And I don't really know what the point of this show is, other than I like to share my first cup of coffee on a live video. And there's only one rule to Saturday Morning Coffee with Ken. And for those that have been watching along, trying something a little different. I'll talk to you about it later. Truck going by. I apologize. There's only one rule to Saturday Morning Coffee with Ken. And I assume those that have been watching, you know it. But I don't get to have my first sip of coffee until I push live on Facebook. And I've done that. So I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to have my first sip. I hope for those that are watching at home, you got a cup of coffee. Again, I'm trying something a little different today, but I'm going to have my first sip of coffee right now. And I hope you're doing the same. Cheers. For those that have been watching a while, you know I usually shoot this show from my couch. I thought it's a gorgeous day today and I try something a little bit different. So I'm outside on my front patio and my neighbor is running some machine at this time. So I hope the audio is still okay. Want to give you a quick view of where I live, my neighborhood, and what we love about where we live in Naperville, where we live in Illinois. I know a lot of you, I got people actually watching from around the world. I got a friend in Spain that watches this and cousins in Scotland. I want to give you a quick view of where we live and what we get to experience every day, especially this time of the year. So I'll do a quick scan of my neighborhood. And coming on back. You got the beautiful trees, you got the beautiful springtime. For those that are watching, let me know if you can still hear my audio. I'm still able to move inside. I got my neighbor making some noise though, so I might do that. What do you think? It's the risk of live video. My neighbor Kurt, he's blowing off his driveway. Dennis, Mike, John, thank you for watching. Thank you all for tuning in. Please, somebody chime in. All's good? Okay, thank you, Scott. Again, it's a little distracting. Got a guy blowing, leaves off his driveway right behind me, my neighbor Kurt. Anyway, how are you guys doing? Perfect audio. That's awesome. How are you guys doing? How's your week been? It's been a really, really good week for me, for Anne-Marie, for our business, for our family. We got a ton done. This week. For those that have been watching, I think I'm a pretty positive guy. And the last, 4, 5, 6 weeks, during the springtime weather, we're getting a lot of rain, a lot of rain here. So when you're quarantined at home and it's raining outside, that can weigh heavily on me. But the weather's starting to turn. We got the sun shining today. We got blue skies out there. And it feels... This is kind of fun. A couple runners just ran by and a guy riding his bicycle. I'm going to have my second sip of coffee. Cheers to us. Anyway, as I was saying, the weather warming up a little bit, the sun coming out, the leaves growing, and the flowers blooming puts me in a real good mood, and I hope it does you as well. It's been a crazy week. There's been a lot of as you know, the whole world seems to be quarantined inside. And I think people are, hi Barb, make it a beautiful day. I will. I hope you do as well. Happy Saturday to you, Tony. Kevin Isaacson, thanks for watching. Ron, thanks for tuning in. What was I saying? Oh, there's been a lot of... I'm on Facebook probably more than I should be. I think a lot of us are. A lot of us don't have all the choices in life that we'd like to right now. So we're at home. There's not too much on TV, and a lot of us are on Facebook. And I follow a lot of groups, a lot of discussion groups, and there's been a lot of arguing and fighting and nastiness about what's going on and whether it's right to be trapped at home, and is the government overstepping their bounds, or they're, I don't know, they're overstepping by quarantining us in. And I don't want to make this show about it, but I try my best to avoid it and all the fighting and all the arguing, because I don't think, you know, what do they say? You can't convince anybody as far as like religion. You shouldn't discuss religion or politics. Well, the whole world's talking about politics and what's going on right now. And sometimes I get caught into the arguments that are on Facebook, or I'll be on a group and somebody will say something that kind of gets me riled up, and I try not to respond. But again, sometimes I'm a kind of an opinionated guy, and I engage. And every time I do, I know I can feel my blood pressure going up, and I can feel my mood going down, and I get pissed off, and I talk to Anne-Marie and say, hey, this jerk said this, or this person said this, or whatever. So I'm going to try and avoid that, at least today. It's kind of funny. I was getting out of bed today, and Anne-Marie grabbed her phone and looked at it and gave me some statistic update and said the CDC changed the death toll or something like that. And I go, I don't even want to hear about that, because I don't want it affecting my mood this morning. I want to be in a good mood. I want to be in a happy mood, and I'm excited about the future, and I'm excited about my next sip of coffee. So cheers to us again. For those that are real regulars of my show, last week I was drinking a vanilla hazelnut. Today I'm drinking Sumatra from Starbucks, and I'm drinking it out of one of my favorite cups. It's a cup that a friend of mine gave me last year with a picture imprinted on it of me and my two beautiful girls. It was, we were out for breakfast that day. We were celebrating my birthday, and got a picture of it, and one of my good friends put it on my mug, and I love the mug. I'm drinking out of this cup for a special reason. This girl right here, my oldest, is turned 14 on Thursday, and she celebrated her birthday. She was at her mom's house out in Oswego celebrating her birthday, and today she's coming to my house, or I'm going to get her in an hour or two, or a couple hours, and we're going to celebrate her birthday here. I'm super, super duper excited because I got her a present I know she's going to love. She's been asking for it for, I don't know, about 8 months now. I don't know if I should tell you. I wish they would talk about the ones that have recovered. Well, perhaps, Michael. We can talk about that in a minute. But anyway, I don't think my girl's on Facebook or knows anybody on Facebook. So I got her a Apple Watch, and I know she's going to be really excited. She's getting into running. She wants to be not a car, Michael. I'm not that. I don't have that kind of scratch. She's getting into running. She's been wanting a new watch, and I know she wants one of these, and I bought it for her, and I'm so excited to give it to her because I know she's going to love it. So that feels real good. As far as our week, we've been busy. Work's been kind of picking up. Love how you make co-parenting work. It is what's best for the kids. Thank you, Sue. It was hard. We've been divorced. I've been divorced for about 7 years, and we got separated in 2012. Don't tell us. Video her opening it. Hey, that's a good idea, but it's too late. I already told you. Thank you, Scott. Co-parenting is hard. Parenting is hard. For those that have kids out there that are still married, fortunate enough to be married, I'm sure you know, being a parent is tough. You know, kids can there's issues of finance and time and all that stuff. And when you're still married, you're a united team. But when you're divorced, you see things a little differently. And my ex-wife and I struggled a lot. And she's a real nice woman, a real kind woman, and a great mom. So I'm fortunate about that. But it was hard. We had a lot of really, really, really hard years. I think Kurt's done blowing his leaves. Morning, Kurt! Don't know if he heard me. Hello there.
How you doing?
You're looking good.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. A guy just ran by. One thing I love about where we live on a corner lot, on a quiet street, but it's a well-walked and well-traveled street. People are walking their dogs and running by us and bicycling. And when we're on the front patio, as you know, I like to be social. And over the last 6 weeks, we haven't been able to be as social as I'd like. It's been a little challenging. One thing I love, though, is we get to sit out on our patio and say hi and talk to the neighbors and meet new people and see new dogs. Oh, I heard you over here. Well, and Michael, I think you live in like Shanahan or something. So if you heard me over there, I can be loud. I apologize. Anyway, a little more coffee. I think I was talking about co-parenting. Yeah, it can be hard. It wasn't perfect for us. Again, my ex-wife, Nicole, real kind woman, great mother, nice person. But we have different ideas and different issues as far as finance and time and things like that. So it can be very hard. It can be challenging. And it's taken us, and again, it wasn't always easy at all. First couple of years, it felt like we were fighting over something and back in court, and that stuff stresses the crud out of me. And I feel good that we're in a good place together and our girls are doing well. And I know we're both really good parents and both love our daughters and try and put them first and try and do what's best for them. But again, it is hard. So thank you. I forget who even commented about that. We are making co-parenting work. My kids are embarrassed that I love sitting on the front porch and saying hi to all the walkers and joggers. My kids are way past embarrassment, John. Way past embarrassment. I embarrass them every day. So anyway, it was a real big day for us yesterday. For those that know me well, Anne-Marie and I have been together about 2.5 years from the first time we started dating. About a year back, at the beginning of 2019, I don't even like to bring this up, but it's to be honest, a lot of people think we might have the perfect relationship, or not the people that know us well. But, when you look on Facebook, I'm sure a lot of people think you always see people at their best and they're smiling and they're happy and they're having a drink on a beach on some beautiful place. But, life's not really that way. People have challenges in life. And Anne-Marie and I, a little over a year ago, started having a lot of challenges. And we weren't, I don't think, being the best versions of ourselves. And we went through a lot of issues and had some struggles and decided we needed some time apart. So I moved out of the house that I loved in the neighborhood that I loved and moved into an apartment just over a year ago. And it was a tough time for me. It was a lonely time. I missed her. I missed her family. I missed the dog. I missed this neighborhood. I missed this patio. And it was a really hard time. But it was an important time, I think, for both of us. I think we're both better people than we were a year ago. And our relationship's better now than ever. And about 4 months ago, we got our relationship started again. And I kind of unofficially moved back home. I say unofficially because I still had the apartment. I was still paying rent, and I still had most of my stuff at my apartment. Well, yesterday, my lease ended. She and I went over there, cleaned out the apartment, moved everything by ourselves, by the way, with a little help from a neighbor, into a moving truck and moved it all into our garage here in Naperville, into this house. And it feels good that chapter closed. It feels so good to be back with the woman I love and the family I love and the neighborhood I love and the house I love. And so I'm excited, but it was an exhausting day, for anyone that's ever moved by themselves knows. But we did it, and it got done, and it feels so good to be back, and feels so good to be have that chapter closed, and I'm excited about everything going forward. Work's been good. Again, a lot of people ask me how the market is. It's not as busy as it should be because a lot of people are still kind of afraid to go outside. And what is the biggest change from Ken and Anne-Marie 1 and 2? That's a great question, John. I think when we first got together, it was all excitement and passion, and there's no doubt we loved each other, but we couldn't. I think we moved really fast. We moved really fast, and we loved each other, and there was so much passion, and we were so excited, and we loved working together, and we loved our lives, so we moved into this house so quickly, and she has 3 young children, and it's a small house, and we have a dog, and to be honest, maybe we moved so fast I wasn't ready, and she might not have been ready, and as I said earlier, it's hard parenting, when they're your children. But I'll tell you what, it's hard being a step parent. And I know we're not married right now, so I'm not officially a stepdad, but that's where we're going, or at least we're hoping to. And being a step parent is hard. And people are different. And Anne-Marie's a different person than I am. And we parent differently. And I think we were both stubborn and thought the way we were doing it was right. And, I'd see her and her kids do something, and that wasn't the way I was raised, and I'd be going, what the heck's going on here? And try and enforce my will, and she'd do the same, and it created a tinderbox of emotions. Again, we had the love and the passion and the feelings, but we'd moved quickly, and when things didn't go exactly the way we wanted, I think we'd fight, and it would be ugly. And I think the time apart taught us about ourselves. It taught us to appreciate each other. I think we both missed each other the whole time we were apart. And I think it taught us, the time apart, it taught us to appreciate each other and appreciate what we had, and realize that, honestly, we didn't want to live our lives with anybody else but each other. So I think that's the difference. Your introspection is a great asset, Ken. Thank you so much, Wayne. So anyway, it feels good to be back. And again, we're getting along better than ever before. There's still some challenges, and we're not perfect. We're not perfect at all, but we're doing the best we can. And I think we're both committed to each other in a way, again, that we thought we were committed before. But again, it was, I don't know. Life's not perfect, and neither are we. So, hi, Dave. So anyway, we feel good. We're back together, and we're working together. We're having fun. We're enjoying parenting. We're excited. I think we're a really good match, but we're not a perfect match. And I don't know. I guess I believed it should be a fairy tale, and life isn't a fairy tale. So anyway, a little more coffee. I got a backup cup for anyone that wants to keep talking. Still good. So anyway, work's been good this week. Real estate's starting to pick up, I think, with the sun coming out, and I think people are getting a little anxious at home. So you're welcome, Karen. The showings on our listings are picking up. I think we got 3 showings on one listing. We have at least 1 on the other. We put 2 homes under contract last week. We had 2 home inspections. We're getting a lot of buyers reaching out to us now. So for those that care about the local real estate market, I'm really optimistic about that going forward. I think it's going to take some time to get past everything we're going. I think there are still a lot of people that don't. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you can see this, but the cutest little family is walking by. I'm going to try and show you. Good morning. Can you guys see them? Let's see if you can see them. I'm doing a live Facebook video and you're on it. Morning. How cute is that? That little girl. I don't know how old's your daughter?
What?
How old's the daughter?
5.
Oh my goodness. She's a big girl walking that dog.
I know.
Oh my gosh. Have a great day.
You too.
That's the kind of neighborhood we live in. And that is, what I miss, because I like meeting people and socializing, and not being able to go to Starbucks has been tough on me. So excited to be out right now. Good morning, Brad. I don't know. How long do you guys want to talk? My videos used to be 5 minutes. I got 15 minutes. I felt they went a little long. Last week it went a half hour because I had a ton of people chiming in. I don't want to necessarily go that long, although I may have already. I've got a second cup of coffee. To be honest, this cup doesn't mean a darn thing to me outside of it's hot. So anyway, if you have any questions for me, please ask them. I want to thank you for watching this morning. I want to thank you for sharing my first cup of coffee with me. I want to thank you for following in my adventure, since July. I want to thank you for the love and support. I appreciate it. I don't know why I'm blessed to have so many great friends, but I do. And I want you to know I don't take it for granted. I appreciate, everything from the messages I get, the texts I get, the people calling and saying they watch this video. I want to thank you for all the support that you've given me, and it means a ton to me. Feels good that the sun is shining. I hope you have some time to enjoy it. I hope you spend it with family and friends. I'm going to start saying that again because I stopped saying it for a while because we're all quarantined. But I'm excited, so excited that my daughter's coming today. I'm thankful that the weather is going to be fairly decent. It's not going to rain. I like the twist of the new location this morning. Thank you, Christina. I thought I'd try it. I don't know if you were watching earlier. Christina, a neighbor was blowing leaves off his driveway, so it made it loud. But again, I'm so excited that my girls coming and get to spend the day with them and with Anne-Marie's children as well. We're lucky that our kids, another couple walking by with a couple dogs. You want to see them? Let's see. Can you see them? I'm not sure they're there. They're there. Good morning. How are you guys? Very well. Beautiful day to be out. There's another couple walking the other way with another dog, but that's awesome about Naperville that way, Ken. It's like they're over there on Ashwood Derby. I don't need to show you that couple. I don't need to show you anyway, everybody. But anyway, so excited to have them out. We're lucky that our kids seem to get together. I don't want to say perfect. I want to say perfectly, but not in a perfect sense that it's all rainbows and ponies. They get along like siblings, and they have issues and they fight, and it's kind of funny. And John, I live, I don't know, I think it's called like West Side. I live 3/4 of a mile northwest from downtown Naperville. I live at the corner of Douglas and Laird, really basically Douglas and Mill, just on the other side of the tracks from Naperville North High School, if you know where that is. But that's where I live. We love where I live. About 100 yards that way, there's Burlington Park, and we take our dog through there, and we can take a nice winding path through the woods to the river, and we are blessed to be in this neighborhood and blessed to go to send the kids to Naper Elementary and Washington Middle School, and hopefully eventually Naperville North, because they're some of the best schools in the state. So we love where we live. So anyway, I don't want to bore you all. But I do thank you for watching today. I thank you for sharing your Saturday with me. And yeah, John, I think Naperville is great. I grew up in Downers Grove, but I love it in Naperville. I love Downers Grove still as well, but feel fortunate to be living where I do. Ron, you have a great day as well. And for everyone that's watching, thank you again. I appreciate you. Hope you follow my story along on Facebook this week. Thank you for watching. Enjoy this beautiful weather we're having. Enjoy this spring day. Enjoy life. Enjoy the people in your life that mean something. Your family, your friends, those around you. Reach out to those that you haven't heard from in a while. I'm sure they'd appreciate it at these times. Hopefully better times lay ahead, and we can all get back out and about hugging people and shaking hands and being neighborly, and this too shall pass. So I'm looking forward to that. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a Hope you have a wonderful day. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Take care.